today.
Yeah, first question is it a good idea for me to start my junior career at a startup, so not at a big corporation or anything like that?
Yes. Next question. No, with qualifications.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So here's the benefits, and then let me just give you the benefits. So the benefits are this: you're going to have an outsized title that you don't deserve. You're going to have a set of work responsibility that likewise you don't deserve. And if the startup is successful, let's say it's got 5 people now when you join and it grows to 12, you're probably going to grow with that, and you'll probably have management responsibilities once it grows to 30 or 40 folks. So, and you won't deserve those either, but no one else around you, you will. So if you want to go be an intern at Procter & Gamble and look at how many units of cereal was sold in one particular Walmart in South Florida, go do that. If you want to be a early employee at a startup, your job responsibility may literally be director of marketing or something similar to that. So no, I think for the most part it's a really good thing. There are some caveats though.
So what if I qualified as, like, what if it's an unpaid job at a startup?
So then that's an interesting thing. So if it's completely unpaid, then it's just like an internship, and man, that's not super sustainable. Yeah, do it for a couple, 3 months if it's an entree to get a real job, and you can build your portfolio or your resume. If they're offering you plain equity for that, look at it as $0, because most startups fail unless you've got a multiple time successful startup founder. Most of them are going to fail. Even us. I mean, here we are at Engine. I mean, what am I, 4 out of 7 in my career? That means we've got like a 50% chance, maybe a little better if we're lucky. So yeah, that qualifies it a little bit. Just, what are your responsibilities? Are they more than you would ever dream to have at a real job? And if so, go do it, especially if the pay is, enough to buy ramen noodles and pay your rent. So.
Well, I think it's also a measure of how do you work best. If you need a ton of structure in a job, if you need someone who clearly defines your role and it doesn't change.
Why are you here? Because you had this route. You were running your own agency. You could have easily gone to do the Procter route, higher up than the one store with one. Why are you here?
So for me, very personal decision. So to give you all context, ran an agency, paid media acquisition, mainly for e-commerce, and started to get to know these guys. And through that series of engagements, conversations, I really thought that I could add a lot to the team here. Was lucky enough to be offered a position, and quite frankly, for me, it's a step back to take 2 steps forward. Mm-hmm. From a pay perspective, it's a step back, but from a working with people who are much smarter than me, much more educated, mentorship, and being a part of a team that is going to move incredibly fast, I was bought into the thesis of the company, and I was bought into the team behind the company. And so for me, it's a blessing to be able to join. It's a blessing to be able to join a company of what I consider some of the best practitioners in the state, if not the South. And so
when we scale to 30 employees, you have that same kind of vision.
Yeah,
you're going to be probably 2 levels. I mean, you're running marketing for us. Yeah. You'll be 2 levels higher than that with a team of teams if we scale to that point. So.
And and this is the thing, when you join a startup, you have to be okay with it failing and understand that it's nothing but positives are going to come with that. You don't want it to.
Yeah, you can be okay with that.
You've got to have that conversation though. And for me, if this company literally did nothing, I would still be better by being here and learning and just absorbing, being around people like y'all.
You can't be okay with it. Your wife has to be okay with it. So.
Very true.
All right, what's next?
Sure. I want to cap this off. I want to cap this off though. Talking about titles. Don't give the CEO of your company the job to name your title.
I thought you did a good job.
Well, it was really good. I mean, we signed off on it as the ownership team. Underling, that was officially on his stock option grant. Underling. I thought it was good. It wasn't even capitalized, if I remember correctly. It was like all lowercase. Yeah.